Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So that respected director, sir, the very good afternoon, and and all the faculty members from SARTP. Very good afternoon, and that is that very grateful. I am very grateful and thankful to director sir that he given the chance to this platform and to say something about and share my knowledge about to you people. And that I'm very much thankful to Mrs. Priyanka Madam and Priyanka Rathur Madam. She given that opportunity and she invited me to speak on the stage platform. So I'm thankful the audience who came here to listen my some that lecture based on that animal and different alternative methods regarding this. So shall I start my presentation?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Is it visible now,
Yes, sir. It
sir?
is visible, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. So that I am Dr. Arunab Malik and Professor and HOD Pharmacy Practice Department, MLR Institution of Pharmacy, Hyderabad. So I'm very much thankful to all of you and given that chance to say something about the animal used in pharmacology, education and research, now the current changing scenarios. So why I choose that topic to deliver in front of all students? Because that previously we are used different type of the animal, and even though we are now also we are using the different type of the animal, experimental animals in our research protocol, but because of the different regulatory authority and the rules and regulation are there, for that reasons we cannot continue this type of the experiments. And even though animals are suffer most in this case, so based on that we should think about the some changing and different type of the alternatives animal models what are there. So based on that we should uh, choose this topic, that the animal used in the pharmacology education and research. So basically if we talk studying that why we do need the animal for the research and teaching, because everybody knows that that is the biologically humans are the animal kingdom. And if we're talking about the cell structure of the cells in the animals and human beings, that is the resemble, and their anatomy and their physiological functions also that are same in the animals and humans. So for that reasons any type of the pathophysiological or pathological problem or any type of the disease, when we are want to cure and identify this type of the disease, we should use that type of the animal for the treatment or and for the identifications of the drug. And animal is very useful for the treatment, for the invention of the drug for the human beings and animal medicines. So that are the reasons we choose that animals and the different pharmacological that drug discovery process. So animal are used to different type of the things. One is that first one, that is the for understanding how the disease affecting the living tissue, means what are the pathophysiology or physiological background or changes in the different type of the cells or tissue in the after the disease. So we should identify that type of the problems. After that identification we can develop the different type of the medicines or drug molecules to treatment of the animals and even the human beings. So that are the development point. And second one, third one is that train to the future scientists and healthcare professional. When we train that them, they can do the proper work with the animal. They should know about the guidelines of the animals handling and different type of the regulatory authorities also. So that is the main aim of the animal used in the experiment. So what is animal experimentations? So if we'll talk about the animal experimentations, so that is the use of animal in the experimentation in education and training and research center, and that is the integral part of the pharmacology educations at the medical college and pharmacy and veterinary institution. It is essential part of the basic research and preclinical drug discovery process and being conducted under the strict global regulatory guidelines across the globe. So now we will talk about the what type of the animals we are using for this experiment. So there are the several type of the animals we are using for the experiments. Mainly we are focusing on the mice. Mainly mice we are using 59% to 60% mice total experiment. So because of that, easily available of that animal, and even though you can say that that is the very smaller size of the animal, so we are preferably we are using the mice. And after that, second choice is that is the rats. That is the mostly 18 to 20% rats we are using for different experiment. Except mice and rat, the fish, bird and rabbit and other type of the animals also we are using for the experiment, even though that larger group of the animals like monkey, cat, dogs also, but they are using very less amount. And even though you can say that that is the less than 1% only we are using for the experimental purpose. And if we'll talk about the what is the primary uses of animal in the experimentation, so there are the mainly two type of the uses. One is that in the education sector they are having the several type of the uses, and if you will talk about the another one is that is the research center we are using the animal. So in the educations, as we know that as a we are from pharmacy background, either B Farm, M Farm, so pharmacology is the main important branch where we are using the animal. Except the pharmacology, different type of the biological science also we are using the animals. So and in that educations also we can subdivide it, that is the UG teaching and PG, undergraduate and postgraduate teaching. So in that undergraduate teachings, there are the different type of the activity like that various drugs and different type of the experiments like rabbit intestine, rabbit eyes, CNS type of the activity, peripheral activity, different type of the activity we are demonstrate to the students in the UG level. And even though previously we have to use, that is the frog heart and frog rectus abdominal muscles, two different type of the biocell like acetylcholine, but nowadays frog experiments totally that is banned. And that if you talk about the teaching, that is the in the PG teaching, so that MD pharmacology and MPharm pharmacology, that is the most preferably branch which are using the major amount of the animal experiments, because to understand their subject, to know the mechanism actions of the drug and pharmacological actions of the drug and the different type of the screening purpose, the PG teachings we should use the animal. So that is about the education purpose. Except the education purpose, one of the most important sector, that is the drug development sector, that is called the research center. In that research also we are using the different type of the animal for different uses. For example, that is the screening of the drug molecule. So when we are screening, what type of the drug molecule is that, either that what type of the activity is that, and either it is central nervous system or particular type of the activity when we are using that type of the diseases, particular type of identification of the diseases, identification of the particular type of the medicines. So in that case we are screening the drug molecules. That purpose also, that preclinical study we have used the animals. And different type of the bioassays in the preclinical when we are identify the mechanism actions of the drug and on the receptor, drug receptor mechanism and binding of the receptor molecular mechanism to establish that and standardizations of the drug. So in that case the bioassay we are preferably given the preference. And main important things when we are talking about the toxicity. So toxicity is the most important part when we are going to determine the dose selection. So we know we need to know what amount drug we should give to the animals and what type of the different toxicity. Either it is general toxicity, either it is specific organ level toxicity. So in that case also we have to use the animals of toxicity study. And even though developmental biology, when we are talking about the cancer research, what type of the cells they are developed and what increase in amount of the cell and the structure and function of that type of the cells. So in the developmental biology also we are using the animal. So this is about the what cases we are using the animals. But when we are using the animals on different type of the pharmacological or biological activity, we need to follow the some law and regulation which is proposed by the Indian government. So first laws or regulations, it is came 1960, that is known as the Prevention of Cruelty of Animal Act. So under these laws, different type of regulations also came in force to control and supervisions of the animal experiment. So like CPCSC, INSA, and even though ICMR guideline, and that you can say that that is the MCI guideline, AICT guideline, PCI guideline, UGC guideline. Several type of the guidelines are there. What type of the animal we should use and what is the amount to use and how we should use. Several type of the guidelines we have to follow when we are performing any type of the experimental animals in the laboratory. So what is the need of this type of the guideline? What their function, what they follow and what their follow up. So they ensure the use of the animal justifiable, why you are using the animals, and taking to the consideration of scientific and educational benefits and potential effect to the welfare of the animals. And they also ensure the welfare of the animal is always considerable, and they promotes the development of use techniques, replace the use of animal in scientific and teaching activities, and to minimize the number of animals of the project, and to refine the methods where the less pain will be produced and less suffering to the animals. So based on that, they should focus on the different type of the things to justify welfare of the animals and refinement and reductions of the animal. So mainly they are controlling of this thing. So for that reasons, different laws and regulations, they are continuously focusing on the animal experiments. So if we'll talk about the laws and regulation, they're having the different country having the different type of the rules and regulations. So in India, so that is under the Animal Cruelty Act in 1960, the Ministry of Environment and Forest Department, they are formed a committee that is known as the CPCSEA. That is the Committee for Purpose of Control and Supervision of Experimental Animals. So under that supervision, the two type of the another committee is there, that is known as the IAEC, Institutional Animal Ethical Committee, and IBSC, Institutional Biosafety Ethical Committee. So they are mainly produce the guidelines and they are supervised and how the animal experiments are going on and what conditions they are maintaining in the animal house. Nowadays they have given the instruction to the institute like colleges like industry, you have to 24 hours that recording should be there, how you are using the animals and what how they are maintaining the animals, every type of the things. Because why? Because to reduce the distress of the animal activity and to reduce the pain of the animal and to reduce the number of animal used in the experimental pharmacology. So and based on that they have the committee, that IAEC committee, that having the different type of the member. So some members are institutional member and some members that is the CPCSCA member. So the institutional members, that is the biological scientists, scientists from the other discipline, veterinarians, doctors will be there, and scientists in charge in the animal house facility. And rather than the CPCSC nominated some members like main nominee, link nominee, scientists from outside of the institution, social welfare nominee. So like this type of the committee will be there and they inspect the animal house and properly maintained or not, and what type of the activity are going on. Without their approval, no research will be take place, and their consideration of measure use of control potential pain and avoid the distress of the animals, and outcome from the proposed study, what type of the study you are going to perform and what type of the drug you will be inject. So everything that will control and that will follow up this thing. After that they will give the permissions to this. So still now we understood that what are the animal study and what type of the animal study are going on and what are the regulatory authorities are there to controlling of this type of the activity. So based on that, we have to think about the need for alternatives. So except that in current scenario, we cannot constant about the animal experiment. So there are the several type of the reason why we should think about the alternatives. So here I will highlight some points in that we can understood that why we should think about the alternative animal experiment. In the laboratory, an animal may be, that is maybe the poisonous, that deprive the food and water and sleep, and that apply to the skin and eye irritant, and subject to physiological stress and deliberated infected with the disease, brain damage, paralysis, except that there are the some drawback or disadvantage are also there. For example, that is the pain and distress and unethical behavior to the animals, and there are the requirement of the skilled person to handling, to giving the dosing and to care of the animals and sacrifice and any type of the experiment. So requirement skills also, manpower also required. So and whenever you will think about the animal experiment, that is not a that is a time consuming, that maybe takes 6 months, 1 year, more than that also. So that is a time consuming protocol. And even though if you talk about the cost of the animal experiment, that is high cost because of the maintenance of the animal, maintenance of the animal house, and different type of the protocol. So lots of things are affected to increase the cost of the animal experiment. And even though the translation rate of the animal experiments are very terrible. So based on that, you can see that there are the several type of the disadvantages are there. So we should think about the some alternatives are there or not, which will be reliable and which will be cost effective. And if you think about the other type of the study, for example, that is the some experiment accuracy, when we will talk about the accuracy, the importance of that experiment. So where animal gives the 5 to 25% of accuracy in the DNA study or other cellular study or cell that culture study, that gives the 80 to 85% of the result. So where the accuracy is good, that will go. So based on that, we should think about the alternative in the present scenario. And even though if you will think about the history of the cancer research, now still now lots of drugs are invented and they are curing the mouse, but practically when we are applied to the human beings, simply that did not work in the human beings. So that is one of the major drawback of the animal experiment. So based on that, we should think about the 3 R's. 3 R's that is suggested, that is proposed by the Russell and Bruce in 1959. This animal were being experiment and effort should be made to be replace them with the non-salient activities, alternatives. So that the 3 R's are principle is the good science, and scientists must stick when they are conducting animal-based research. So what are the 3 R? Actually, that replacement, reduction, and refinement. So replacement means when we are replaces the animal activity with the other type of the activity, non-animal activity. So we can replace like computer aided drug designing, we replace by the in vitro study, we replace that by that is the animal cell culture techniques. So and another one is that reduction. Second reduction, how will reduce the number of the animal. So there are the some methods I'll discuss in the next slide. So that are the different type of the methods that you can reduce when you are taking the 10 animals.
18 read.
Either you can
18
decrease
read.
the animal or not. So that reductions also will be important point in the 3R techniques. And when we are talking about the refinement, so that a refinement animal experiments, that is decrease the unnecessary pain and trauma to the animals. So except that 3R, another are also there, that is the rehabilitation. So but Russell and Bruce, that they have given the 3R principle in the alternatives. So when we are performing any type of the animal experiment, so we should think ethically consideration should be there. So ethically that animal experiments, so will be first one, when we are taking the animals, we should justify the study. Either this study is beneficial to humans or animals. In beneficial means what sense of beneficial? Beneficial means either it is medically beneficial, veterinary, economical, biological, or educational beneficial are there. Would that generate the novel knowledge in applied in relevance? has they designed the log prior to commencing the experiment? So several type of the justification should be there. So if it's not justify, you should think about the replacement process. Either necessary to take the whole animal, we can take the replace the other methods like that human volunteer, human cell or tissue, animal cell culture. So either it will give the more relevant results or not. So when we think about the replacement also, if you will justify with the replacement, we can go through the replacement, no need to use the animal. So again come to the point reductions, when we are taking the sample size just large enough to the that give the sufficient informative results. So different type of the literature or previous outcome based literature review and outcome based analysis, we can reduce the number of the animal on the experiment. And either it is justifiable when you are using that animal that are maintaining the husbandry and housing proper condition, keep good health, and either we are using the different type of the painkiller, analgesic or anesthesia to the animals conducting the exam, conducting the experiment while the conducting the experiment. So several type of the thing we have to justify. If it will be justifiable, then we will go for the animal experiment. So this type of the rules and regulations also it is there, and coming time it will be make force not only India, other country also will thinking about the ethical animal experimentation. So that is about the 3R techniques. But when we are designing the alternatives, so there have been, we should take the different type of the steps. So because only we are producing one alternative, we cannot say that that is the validate and that will be authenticate. For these alternatives, different steps are there. We can know that that is the step one, that is the defining an alternative. So when we are defining the word of alternatives, that is means any change of the animal test. So any change which should be focus on that 3Rs. That 3Rs, either that is replace that, either it is that is the reduce that, or either it is refine that. That only it alternative definitions will be properly. If you are define the alternative properly, then we'll think about the developing method. We should develop the alternative method by using the computer test or computer models and different type of the innovative methods and in vitro methods. So and alternative should be most relevant and most cost effective. We should focus on the cost also. If it is more cost and it is not reliable, then we should not think about the development. Once it's developed, we should validate this thing. We should validate that methods by the different type of the multiple laboratories. We should see the results, either it is reliable results are giving which or not, either that results will be predictable in the human beings or not. So that when it will be, if it will be validated, then come to the point that is the acceptance. So after the validation, the regulatory authority, government regulation, that I have give the acceptance of that. For this acceptance, so you have to report the different type of the results and report to that that scientific community. If they are accepted, then only we should think about that type of the experiment on as a alternative. So these are the 4 steps of that alternative methods. If we'll talk about the one by one, so first one, that is the replacement. So that having the 2 type of the replacement, which that is also known as, that is the absolute replacement. So absolute replacement means when we are replace that animal study by the different type of the non-animal study. So that alternatives method should be find, and here no need to use of the animals. Totally we will not use the animal in that thing. So that is called the absolute replacement. So absolute replacement, so by the cell line, different type of the cell line techniques are there, and tissue techniques, and human and invertebrate cell line and tissue we can take, and we can perform the different type of the drug activity on that type of the tissue. And if we'll talk about the relative replacement, so relative replacement, here we'll take the cell or tissue from the animal, but we are multiply that type of the cell and tissue by the different type of the cell culture. After that cell culture, we'll study the in vitro study. So that is a one of about that replacement. Not this method, other different type of the methods are also there for the replacement, like computer aided drug designing, and the in silico things are also there. So, and come to the reduction. So when we are talking about the reductions of the animals, so that using the few animals as possible to attain the statistically significant results, as well as finding way to cut down the number of animals used in the specific piece of resources. So how, what are the method we can produce for that reduction alternative? For that reduction alternative, we can choose the different type of the methods, like that is the good planning of studies. So we should plan by changing the experimental design, by improving the method data analysis. So if we'll think about the design of the experiment, we can change and we can plan. Good planning will be there. So we should plan for the study to reduce the animal. And second one, sharing the research animals. So when we are sharing the research animal, like when we are making the group, control group or standard group, so we can share with our colleagues that so if either it is the same activity, so by that sharing of the animals of the groups also, that can produce the reductions of the alternative. And when we'll talk about the redesigning study, so that the collections of to collect the much information as possible, share the information from the internet and different type of the good journals, good publications. So from that, if we will collect the information, we can redesign, we can modify the design by reducing the animals. And by improving the communications and cooperations and planning and executions of the testing, sharing data, avoid unintentional repetition. Sometimes what if it is shown that we are going to unintentionally or intentionally repetitions of the experiment, that experiment already done, or we are again we are performing that thing. So unnecessary that type of the repetitions when we are decreasing, so obviously that will decrease the duplicacy of the testing. And if we will decrease the duplicacy of the testing, so the reductions of the animals also will be take place. And if we'll talk about the third R, that is the refinement. So that refinement, that is the improving the animal welfare in the laboratory by enhance the lab technician training. If we'll give the adequate amount of the training to the lab technician, if we'll given the proper training to the lab technician or the staffs, so it will improve the refinement process. And if better enrichment site of the case of the animals, and improve the instrumentation facilities, improve the control of the pain. So there are the several type of the techniques are there by how we can improving this type of the activity. So if we'll talk about the methods of refinement, so that setting of the earliest possible endpoint. So we can set that the experiment in minimum durations of the time. So either it is their chance to that will be complete that experiment with the minimum duration time or not. So, and again, we appropriate analgesic anesthesia we can use in the experimental purpose. So for reducing the pain. So when we are using the appropriate analgesic or that anesthesia, so it can be reduce the pain and stressful conditions of the animal. Use proper handling technique to the animal adequate. So when you will give the adequate amount of the training to the different type of the persons which are working on the animal house, so
Excuse
that
me, sir.
can be reduced the.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry for the interruption. Sir, we have 1 minute left for this meeting to end. So once meeting end, we will join again using the same ID and password or same link, and we will continue the session.
Okay.
Participants to please rejoin once the meeting ends using the same ID, password, or the link. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So another point is that use proper handling techniques of the animal adequate. So when we are using the proper handling techniques and by the trained personals, so that will be increase the activity, or that can the increase